Hello and welcome to our second stretch, flexibility and mobility session. So this works really well with our fitness sessions that we're doing. But again, you've already hopefully seen the first session, so I won't go on too long. As you can see, I'm not wearing any shoes again for this session. You absolutely can wear shoes. If you want a bit more stability and support around your ankles, you just keep your trainers on, that's fine. I just like to do these type of exercises in bare feet. So again, nice safe space around you. Still keep that drink to hand, but we are only going 15 minutes this time. So as last week, these moves are kind of basically based around a lot of fitness Pilates, so it's slightly different. A lot of it done standing, but some floor exercises where you can. But again, working at your pace. Don't overstretch with anything. Don't push yourself more than you need to. But I have kind of looked at these exercises. They'll be suitable for all of you in different levels. Okay, so just thinking about getting that nice strong base again. So like we did last time, just do some simple rocking back and forwards. So these sessions are really designed about listening to your body a little bit more. So you just want to feel where you've got muscles and joints that are tighter, where you've got less flexibility. Okay, just rock side to side. Which is your dominant leg, your dominant arm, where you can try and focus and do more work. So trying to lead with the alternate leg going up the stairs sometimes. Okay, so just try and now feel where your central point would be. So when we do these exercises, that you can feel stable and balanced. Okay, we talked about keeping that nice straight back as we do in all exercises. Just remember what you can do is rock that pelvis forwards and backwards. So all the way forwards, all the way back. This in itself is a nice stretch. Not something you might feel that comfortable doing outside, but when you're at home. And what you want to do is feel you want to stop in the middle. So all the way forward is point A, all the way back is point C, and point B, that neutral spine, is in the middle. So just try and think about that throughout, as well as keeping that core nice and tight. So when we talk about that, it's not breathing in and holding, it's imagining something was going to hit you in the tummy and you had to brace it. That's that feeling that we want. Okay, so we're just going to simply start with rolling our neck. So looking over to one side, we're just going to roll chin to chest. And as we look to the side, just look slightly past your shoulders. Take down and round again and again, looking slightly past. We're not trying to overstretch. And back round. Okay, just roll those shoulders back. I always like this, so you get lots of clinks and clumps, but it's nice, just releasing out that tension. Fantastic. We'll do 4 arm circles on each side. Lovely, well done. And we'll take our arms back on our diagonal, so keeping those hips facing forward, reaching out. A lot of these movements are what we call functional movements. So if you imagine driving a car and reaching to put your seatbelt on, these are movements that you would often make on a daily basis. So the more we can keep all the joints and the muscles nice and supple, mobile, it helps. 1 more on each side. Lovely, well done. Okay, all we're going to do is lift the arm up with a stretch at the top and alternate. Like last time, you can do it on a pendulum, so you can swing one up as one goes down. Just make sure you are doing that stretch, so the bottom arm stretches out at the back and the top arm stretches as you reach up. You don't need to rush these moves. Remember, you don't have to go in time with me. Fantastic, well done. Last one. Lovely. Legs just about hip width apart again, and we're going to do our heel and hip raises. So we lift alternate heels up, and you'll see as I lift my heel off the floor, my hip lengthens and extends up. All these movements are really good if you spend a lot of the time sat down during the day. If you've now been working from home, or in fact you've just got some kind of desk job, you often find that you get quite tight around your hips, your pelvis, your lower back, everywhere really. So simple movements like this can really help if you just do them regularly. Okay, lovely. Now, thinking about that tight core, that nice grounding position and the balance, you want to balance on one leg. Again, if you want to lightly touch, you want to have a chair to one hand, make sure it's not on wheels, but a sturdy chair that you can lightly touch on, or you're at the side of a kitchen worktop. Again, we're not leaning, just a light touch, you can use it for balance. And all we're going to do is swing the leg forward and back. You can brush it across the floor. So just from the side. Again, it doesn't matter how far forward or back your leg goes. If yours is quite a short movement, that's absolutely fine. But just remember, as your leg particularly goes back, don't be hunching forward. And remember, you might have known from last time that these really do work the muscles, you just don't always notice. Swap over onto the other leg. People are always really aware how tired they get if you've been kind of doing squats or jogging moves, anything that raises your heart rate, because obviously you get out of breath. But these are all working kind of your inner muscles, working on a deeper level. So this doesn't work your heart rate the same, but it really does build on that muscle strength, which is just as important. So don't be surprised even after just a little 15-minute session that you will feel it in a good way. Fantastic, well done. Okay, hold it there. We talked about our little cartoon walk. So really again from the side, it just releases the tension in the legs. Okay, back to that position. We're going to do the same thing now, but what we're going to do is we're swinging the leg across out in front of the standing leg, and then out to the side, slightly on a diagonal back. Again, it's just a nice controlled movement. Sweep that foot across the floor if you want. And if you lose balance, it doesn't matter, just pop your foot down, regain, think about tight core, standing tall, because if you lean on this one as well, then you're going to alter your centre of gravity, and that will make it harder to balance. And the head is actually really heavy, so if you lean forward or backwards and your head is off centre as well, that doesn't help. Okay, swapping on the other side, over and in front and out to the side. Lovely. You should notice a real improvement in balance over the weeks if you keep up with these exercises. Fantastic. And last one. And we'll just do our cartoon walk again. Okay. What we're going to do now is just one last one of balancing for the moment. We're just going to tap that front leg out, semi-circle back and tap behind. So again, there might be some of these exercises that you really feel are working you in a way that's helping develop your balance. or that feels like you're getting a good stretch in some tight muscles. There's always a couple where you think, oh yes, I can really feel that one working. Okay, and the opposite side. So tapping in front, semicircle round. Remember, squeezing the bum as well helps with that balance, keeping the tummy muscles tight and the bum. Fantastic. One last one, forward and back. Lovely. Quick cartoon walk. Okay, so keeping your legs just about hip width, we're going to put the arms up, and all we're going to do from a V, we're going to go into a W. For the elbows, you want to try and reach them behind your back as though you were trying to touch them together. Obviously they're not going to. So V, W, squeezing those shoulder blades together. So V, W, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lovely, well done. Fantastic. Lovely. Two more. Last one. And relax. Okay, just a couple of arm circles back on each side. Fantastic. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to have one hand on the temple, so we've got that shoulder, the elbow bent. We're going to sit back into a squat position, just gently, keeping that back straight. We're going to put one hand on the thigh, so I'm creating a loop, and this is often called thread the needle. So you imagine this is your needle, and you've got to get it through the hole you've created. So you can do this on all fours as well from the mat, but I'm just going to do it standing for ease. So nice straight back, lift the elbow high and allow your eyes to follow, and then we're going to go follow it through with the elbow going through the gap in your other arm. So it's just nice and slow. Working through all the sides as well. Two more. Keep all these moves nice and simple to start. Okay, exactly the same on the opposite side. Hands to temple, create your needle, create your loop. Allow your elbow to stretch back and down. Lovely, well done. Two more. And stand nice and tall. Roll those shoulders back. Fantastic. Right, we're going to go down to the floor. I know some of you don't want to be doing kind of any ab type crunches, so we're not going to do any of those, so don't worry. But if we go down to the floor, just take your time. And you don't need a mat if you've just got some carpet or a rug, that's fine, just gives a little bit of cushioning. We're just going to do some shoulder bridges. So again, this is good for your core stability, it's good for your tummy without putting the pressure on of doing a crunch. It's good for your bottom and it's good for your legs. So flat on your back, feet are flat on the floor up towards your bottom. Feet can just naturally fall. They'll probably fall about shoulder, hip width apart. Arms down by the side, and you're going to push and roll the spine off the floor, just so you're in a then straight ski slope, squeezing your bum, and then roll it down. Again, if you can only go part way, that's fine. It's just that squeeze and gentle hold. So rolling up so you can feel that vertebra lift from the bottom to the top. Squeeze and hold, and roll it down. Fantastic. Brilliant, well done. Two more. Don't forget to squeeze that bum at the top. Lovely. Okay, just gently rocking yourself up. What we're going to do is go over onto our all fours. And this is another good exercise, which again works all throughout the core, the bum and the legs, but doesn't put that exertion directly on the abdominal muscles. So it's called a Superman or a Superwoman, and you can either keep it really simple. So the low version, you can just practice. You want knees under hips, hands under shoulders, and a flat back. And you can just practice extending the opposite leg, leading with the heel, nice and slow and controlled. So you're keeping those tummy muscles tight throughout. The next progression is to add in the arms. This obviously makes you work more. So leading with the heel, palms facing in, thumbs facing up. But you can work at this at your own pace. If that doesn't feel comfortable and you still struggle, you can lie down on the floor and you can stretch your arms out and lift opposite arm and opposite leg. It's obviously only a slight movement, but still works those bum muscles. So it just depends. Some people feel that there's slightly more pressure on the back, or they don't like lying down full on the front on the floor. So being in this position is fine. So you can just do those legs, or add in the arms. This is a really good simple exercise that really lengthens out the muscles and works all through that core. Hold it there. You can sit back on the bottom, lean your arms out if you would like, a nice stretch. Lovely. Okay, back up onto all fours. And we did this in our video for last week where we did the cat-cow stretch, which we did it standing, kind of in like a squat position. You can do it from all fours. So like a scary cat, I always say, when your back is arched, stretching it out, and then the cow. Fantastic, well done. Okay, hold it there. Slowly just come to your feet. Just be careful after being down on the floor. And we'll just finish with some really simple stretches. So hands on the hips, take one arm over, and we're just going to reach over to the side. If you want to reach the outside arm down the thigh, you can stretch further, but only if that's comfortable for you, or just keep it slightly further up. And over onto the opposite side. Reach down the thigh if you want a slightly deeper stretch. And up. Again, you can lock the hands out together. Before we do any stretching first, just rotate those hands around. Remember, this is just about mobility. So like we often rotate our ankles, do the same with your hips, with your wrists. You know, maybe you do a lot of typing during the day, a lot of writing. Wiggle the fingers as well. Want everything nice and healthy. So clasp back together, and this time push away from that body, stretching across the top of the back. And then reach up. You can allow the hands to separate and just reach up nice and tall. Lovely. Release and allow the arms to go behind. So you're stretching out across the chest. Fantastic. Release. Okay, all we're going to do now is big circle up and down. So bending the knees, nice breath in. Don't forget to breathe out as well. One more. And give yourselves a round of applause. Well done. So hopefully, without checking the time, I've kept to, look, I need to stop talking, don't I? 20 minutes instead of 15. Just get carried away. But yeah, so again, like the others, if you've got favourite exercises, even though they all work different things, just pick what feels good, do the variations that are suitable. But I'm just trying to do as much as I can, think about what works well for you, avoiding those kind of exercises we don't like. I hope you've enjoyed that. And like I say, I'm looking forward to seeing you again next Wednesday, but I hope you all have a lovely bank holiday weekend. See you later.